The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
Set to kick off.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, 78 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. They said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Taylor, and he stopped immediately there. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. This one into the hands of Burton. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return, and the Lions will take over.
32-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
The tackle made.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Stafford on 3rd down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. Stafford to his 2nd-year tight end, Hawkinson, for a Lion 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll try the jet sweep here. Hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
At the 17.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. Throwing right in, that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down. It's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Joey Sly.
And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And a yard.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Swift. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Swift, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
The score, Colts 14, Lions 7.
Second and one. Stafford. Oh, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Colts pick it up. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second and goal.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Trey Flowers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. To throw is Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a fourth down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
5-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Stafford. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10.
So first and 10 now from the 30. On the handoff, this is Swift. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle made.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Matt Prater on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for them. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Stafford will try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
To DeAndre Swift. That's a gain of 4.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford going to run.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Kaepernick now on first down. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now
here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half. See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 66 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get it. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. To throw is Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And the return will stop right around the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And it's 3rd down.
handoff. Taylor. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Colts 45, Lions 13.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now...
And now here's another interception. It's by the rookie Julian Blackman. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Kaepernick. He'll get this one to Pittman.
Kaepernick.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Michael Pittman. It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And his throw here is incomplete. The rookie Michael Pittman, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Looking for Campbell downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. Well, there it is. After number 5, we were wondering if we would see it, and he has broken the NFL record with his 6th touchdown in this game.
Let's face it, we can go ahead and lose our objectivity here, can't we? And just applaud what we've seen. That's one of the great records in the NFL. Are you talking about this 6 touchdown runs in a game against an NFL defense? I want to run down. Let's go down there and carry him off the field ourselves. We should do that.
Get his autograph after the game. I know that much.
Don't forget, I know you. Selfie. We'll do a selfie.
Oh, yeah, we'll do a selfie. We'll do a group selfie.
There you go.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Now here's Kerryon Johnson, 3rd-year man from Auburn. And he'll wind up with about lost 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He's going to wind up in air now. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing is Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
52. Lions.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Kaepernick now on 1st down. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our 2nd half blowout material. Now a handoff, Taylor with it. Texas just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
1st down, Indianapolis. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Colts 52, Lions 20.
His 1st carry, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Second and 11 now. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Jones coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. This is Taylor. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screenplay. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11.
Here's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. 20, 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Stopped short of the goal line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And that's it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad.
Raiders to kick off for Detroit.
And And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do.
Third down.
The Colts on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
And the Colts first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First and 10, Taylor now. Oh, he's got some breathing room. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And the ball game should end here on the kneel down by Kaepernick. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great. What a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.